do you do if you run the numbers and you find out that you're not on track for retirement? What if the goal that you've had for years, retiring at a certain age, living a certain lifestyle, what if that's not lining up with where you are today? Don't panic, because there are real and concrete adjustments that you can make to get back on track. I've got 3 of them, that and more, coming up. Here's the thing. Most people don't actually know whether they're on track for retirement. They've got a gut feeling. They look at their 401k balance and think, okay, it seems pretty good. Or on the opposite end of the spectrum, they worry that it's not enough and they're not sure how much is enough. That's not a plan. That's a guess. The foundation of the retirement planning clarity and confidence that we do with our clients is what we call the 5-factor retirement plan. 5 factors that determine whether you're on track for a confident and successful retirement. And those 5 factors are when you want to retire, your age, what you plan to spend in retirement, what your retirement income sources are like, so things like Social Security, how are you going to optimize that, and a pension, how much you have saved and how much you're still saving, and then your investment risk. Now, these 5 factors, they don't exist in isolation. They are interrelated. And that's exactly why this is so powerful. Because when you build out that 5-factor retirement plan and you stress test it, you don't just get a green light or a red light, you get clarity. You don't get a gut feeling. You know exactly which levers you can pull to change the outcome. So let's say you've built out that 5-factor retirement plan, or maybe you're starting to build it out and it comes back and says, hey, you're not quite where you need to be. What do you do then? Well, there are 3 primary adjustments that can move the needle. Let's walk through them and see what adjustments would make the most sense in your situation. Lever number 1 is you work longer. This is the one that's probably the most obvious, but it has more impact than most people realize. And it's not just one thing. Working longer actually does several things for your retirement plan all at once. First, you're adding to the pile. Every additional year that you work, you're contributing more to your retirement savings. And if you're saving 10, 15, 20 grand a year, that's real money being added on top of your nest egg. Second, you're giving your existing savings even more time to grow. If you were going to retire at age 63 and you push it back to age 65 because you weren't quite on track, that's 2 more years of compound growth on everything that you've already saved. That makes a meaningful difference. And third, and this one is huge, every year you delay retirement is 1 year less your portfolio has to support you. So not only is it growing and being fed, it's not being withdrawn from. If your retirement lasts 30 years versus 28, that changes the math significantly. And then fourth, if you're delaying your retirement by a couple of years, you're also delaying Social Security, which in many cases can be a helpful move. Working longer gives you an income bridge to actually do that. Delaying Social Security from age 62 to 70, that's an extreme example, but that can increase your monthly benefit by roughly 75 to 80%. Whether it's that increase or something smaller, it can be a massive and permanent inflation-adjusted increase to your retirement income. Working longer is a powerful lever. Even 1 or 2 years can dramatically improve your retirement picture. Adjustment number 2 is to save more. And this one feels straightforward or seems straightforward, and actually, it's probably the one that you're probably telling yourself, well, just save more money. What's wrong with you? Listen, there's actually a smarter way to think about it. The question isn't just about how much more can you save. The question should be, where are you saving it? Because this is really a tax planning conversation, not just a cash flow or an investment or retirement decision. If you're off track and you've got the ability to save more, this last stretch of your career, maybe those final 5, 10 years before retirement, that's one of your best opportunities to really optimize your tax situation. Are you maxing out your 401k? Well, if you're age 50 or older, you've got catch-up contributions available to you. This means that you can contribute even more above that standard limit. Are you age 60, 61, 62, 63? You have the super catch-up available to you, which is even higher contributions than that normal catch-up. Are you looking at Roth contributions, maybe even Roth conversions? Depending on where you are in your career and what your tax bracket looks like, this could be a huge opportunity to build up tax-free dollars that will benefit you significantly in retirement and when you do that 5-factor analysis, because those dollars are growing tax-free. What about an HSA, a health savings account? if you're eligible, this is one of the most powerful tax planning strategies available to you. Pre-tax dollars going in, tax-sheltered growth, tax-free withdrawals for medical expenses out there in the future, triple tax advantage. Saving more isn't just about the amount, it's about saving wisely. And this is why it connects all 6 areas of your financial life: tax planning, cash flow, retirement projections, protection planning. They're all connected when you look at a comprehensive financial plan. This is why we call it one plan, getting all 6 areas working together. And then finally, the flip side of the coin of save more, adjustment number 3 is to spend less. Now, I want to be careful how I frame this one, because when most people hear, well, just spend less money, they think sacrifice. They think, does this mean I have to give up some things that I actually care about that make my life rich and enjoyable? And sometimes, yes, there can be some trade-offs, but often it's about clarity. Here's what I mean. In that 5-factor retirement plan, one of the 5 factors is your retirement spending number. And I'll tell you, out of all the 5 factors, this is the one that trips people up the most. And of the 5, if you said, well, which one's the most important? They all are. Retirement spending, to me, is the most important. It's easy to look at what you spend today and say, well, I'll spend about that in retirement. But think about this. Right now, during your working years, you go to work. And when you're at work, you're not spending money. But when you retire, it's 6 Saturdays and a Sunday. You've got time to fill. You're golfing, you're traveling, you're doing the things that you've always said you want to do, and likely those things cost money. So when you look at your retirement spending, you have to look at it through 3 distinct phases. The go-go years, this is early retirement when you're active, you're moving. The slow-go years, when you're enjoying life, but maybe a little less intensely, right? And then the no-go years, later in life, where spending tends to naturally decline. Going to Walmart, that's a big week, right? So if you're off track with retirement, here's where the opportunity lives. Maybe you don't need to spend less overall. Maybe you just need to take a hard look at your retirement spending number and make sure it's actually accurate. Good news is there's a simple way to test it right now. Do a dress rehearsal. Whatever number you're projected to spend in retirement, say it's $6,000 a month, maybe $7,000 a month, whatever, try to live on that number right now. Even if you're still working and have more income than that, put the rest directly into a separate account, a savings account, and see what it feels like. You'll find out very quickly if this number is realistic. And if you find that the number needs to come down a bit to make the plan work, you've got time to adjust. Now look, working longer, saving more, spending less, these are the 3 big adjustments, the levers that you can pull. But here's the most important thing I want you to take away from this. You cannot know which lever to pull or how hard to pull it without first knowing exactly where you stand. And that means building out that real 5-factor retirement plan. Not a guess, not a rule of thumb, a comprehensive, stress-tested, personalized plan that looks at all 6 areas of your financial life and has them working together. Because the good news is this: even if you found out you're off track for that retirement goal, that's still a win, because you found out, well, you still have time to do something about it. The people who don't find out until they're already retired, those are the conversations that are much, much harder. So don't wait. Build a plan. Know where you stand, and then pull on the right levers if you need to make sure you have that clarity and confidence for your retirement goal. Work with your certified financial planner on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on our team. You can find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with a K. WiseMoneyShow.com. You can find us here as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.